I've received criticisms for the way I add scientific citation into my discussions, and even for making it entertaining. By other MGTOW. I will let that sink in for a moment. Some MGTOW believe it is simp behavior to produce evidence for your arguments. Like as if it makes it illegitimate or un-MGTOW. You can see the problem with this sort of mindset. Pro-male literature, especially academic ones, are almost non-existent. To play hardball in the feminist-dominated system, you must have a better argument that cannot be torn down or criticized for lack of evidence. The favorite tool of feminists for pulling down MGTOW is citation needed, because they know they have the whole system sewn up. For MGTOW content to survive, MGTOW needs the support of other MGTOW, not to be openly disrespected in the comments section by other MGTOW. So to explain why I do things the way I do, and why other MGTOW should consider it, I give the following reasons. I have been writing MGTOW style content since 2001. I wrote and created content for MGTOW United, and nobody paid attention. Nobody wants to read, everybody wants to be entertained. It wasn't till some MGTOW started putting out pseudo-intellectual versions of my content, that's when I started to pay attention. They proceeded to cut out all of the academic hard work behind it, completely out. By the time it got parroted down the line, it only sounded like an opinion, and a complete bastardization. It's no wonder they are going down one at a time. I will not name names, because I truly do believe in supporting MGTOW producers, but I want to bring awareness to the MGTOW community that parroting what somebody else said is not contributing to the awareness of the community. When you making videos based on responses left on other channels, and omitting that fact, it is damaging the MGTOW community's reputation. To not even expanding on the topic is to educate people, is a complete dialogue stopper. So I started producing my own video content because apparently that's the only way people will listen to you. I've watched many other MGTOW stop producing because either they receive a large amount of criticism, or they couldn't substantiate their claims, because they don't have the ability to produce evidence for their positions. Some others are only in it for the money, so there's no surprise there. Others have just been shut down by YouTube constantly on technicalities. So why are so many MGTOWs scratching their heads wondering why MGTOW channels are going down the toilet? It is the reason why I always use warnings and declarations at the start of the video, and to monetize my videos because it makes it harder for them to be flagged. And one day I would like to be able to fund male plight research and the destruction of social justice indoctrination in universities. That way feminists and SJWs have been warned at the start that they may be offended by my video. That way they have little leverage to start a case against my channel. It's not there for me, or that I care if someone thinks they're triggered. It's not there because I believe in trigger warnings. It's there so I don't have to deal with social justice technicality to waste my time, and other MGTOW should consider doing the same, because now social justice individuals have MGTOW in their sights. This way they can't plead ignorance to the content of videos. I know so many years of being ignored and plagiarized that entertainment value does not diminish the validity of your content. It just makes it easier to reach your audience and not alienate them. I think that you have to be retarded to think that if you don't cover only MGTOW content in your videos that it doesn't make your channel MGTOW. This, no true MGTOW fallacy, is only placing more pressure on MGTOW content producers, and it is reducing their ability to make regular videos on your favorite channels. The true power for MGTOW and men is verifiable knowledge, logic and intelligence, because the majority of men are rational. Most of them can accept and process facts. Logic and demonstrable facts is where you hit men. If you can prove your case, men will fall in line behind you, because they don't want to follow retarded and irrational institutions anymore. This is why I think argumentation, debating, research, and even experimentation is the way to open the lines of communication between men. It is the only way to exhibit their incarceration and exploitation and disposability in the eyes of the society that they have built. That is why my channel is dedicated to academic discussion, not intellectual discussion, providing provable and testable and retestable verifiable facts, not the regurgitation of ideas in video content of our non-mainstream channels, what is starting to sound like a hamster wheel. It needs to be done in an intelligent way. This is why we're losing the hearts and minds of men. Saying it is not enough. We need to prove it. If we can't do so, our cause is unjustified, and we should disband. MGTOW needs the expression of new ideas, content that is evolving, not devolving because of saying things over and over again, even if they're true doesn't make them believable. The only way to circumvent the power of feminism and women over men is only to present an academic argument. Feminists and SJWs will not change their minds that is futile, but normal men are easily pulled out of the gravitational force of these religions if presented with a sensible and logical argument. Why should we care? While men are still enslaved, our enslavement will continue. It is in our best interests to become more credible than the opposition. This is not a hard thing to do. It is only feminism that has taught you that it's hard work. While you continue to regurgitate the phrase, there is no rationalizing with feminists. The feminists have won by default, because our target is men, not feminists or SJWs. We will never see freedom from threats, arrested on accusation of hate speech just for being men, if we can't speak to your fellow man and band together under a consensus of fact. This is why I am open to dialogue and debate with any MGTOW that wishes to. See below. I'm ready when you are Barbarossa, Stardust, CS and others. Because if you become a ghost, one day you'll wake up in a haunted house. End communication.